Hello everybody, this is Jeannie Terranova with It's All About Yarn, Knit and Crochet. Today is WIP Wednesday and I have some old, this is a project I had way back in my closet because I began it a few years ago, and I remember I only had one ball or one skein each of this green, pink, and mixed greens. Anyways, when I was a child, my neighbor taught me how to make this rose, and I will show this to you in another tutorial. And she made a lot of red and white ones. So I used to go to my sister's and I'd throw a couple of balls of yarn into a bag, and this is what I did out to her place. Now this, I don't know what the stitch is because I sort of made it up. It was sort of like a puff stitch, but I kept just going around instead. I thought it would be a nice pansy or tulip or something. And then I made some with the puff stitch. And believe it or not, this is before I went on YouTube, and I didn't even know anything about the puff stitch. I thought I was inventing a new stitch. Come to find out, it was already invented, but I thought it up anyways, so I was proud at the time. Thought I invented a stitch. But I like this one. I started to make a few of them, and then I only had this much yarn left of the pink. I only had this much yarn left of the green, and the mixture, the camel yarn, I totally ran out of. But I found out I can go up to the city and order up to the city in Walmart. Sometimes they have it there. This, it was an older skein that I had, as well as this one. This one I still haven't found anywhere. This one, last year when I ordered a shipment from Cambridge Fibers, they sent me down like 3 of them. And I do believe it might be a red heart, if not maybe Burnett. It was an older skein I had, and the label was long gone. So I'm going to make the square just a little bit bigger, maybe with the color that I put them all together with. As well, I may put in another colorway of flowers. I don't know how many of them I have, but I do remember a couple of weeks back I was showing you this book from Coats and Clark's. I don't know if the company's going anymore, but this is when I found the roses my neighbor had taught me to make, and how they made the bid spread. So where these are also dark, it doesn't really need to be a white bid spread. It could be a mixture of greens or a different mixture of pinks. Now, I think earth tones would be better for the flower bid, and that way the flowers will appear better. But where I'm discovering all these new yarns again, I should be able to complete this. So that's a WIP that I have in progress. It was into a shopping bag in the back of my closet, and I think it will be pretty. The next WIP that I have, a lot of you have seen me working on, is this pair of socks. And later I will be picking up alongside of the heel to bring it down to create the foot. So that will be the gusset. And with my projects, I always keep the hook or needles that I'm using in with the project, if all is possible. So this yarn here, sock and wool, Annabelle, 75% Sure Wool Superwash and 25% Polyamide, 50 grams. If I were just using this color alone, only one skein per sock is all that it would make. And I don't know if it's German, perhaps, or the UK, but it's from Shetland Goat. And it's $8 a skein, so $16 Canadian on sale to make a pair of socks. And it's a fine #1, and you can just see the Shetland goat or sheep. Very nice. And these are very comfortable. This is the third pair that I'm making. I love them. So next, what I have next is, I hauled this off the top of my desk, and it was the Christmas decorations I was making last year. This guy here still needs his googly eyes. And what I do, I make different snowflakes. This here isn't blocked yet, nor starched, but I will make a solution of clear glue with just a little bit of clear glue and water, and I'll throw some sparkles into the mixture, and I'll saturate these and squeeze them out and block them. And that will stiffen them up and make them nice and straight and sparkly. These are all the small ones. So I made those. I have all kinds of sparkles at the bottom. I should have had some cranberries for these, but I didn't have any. And these are all patterns that you can find online. And of all things that I use for mixing up glue, a knitting needle, but it is washable. It's plastic. I only have almost a couple of hundred of them. Doesn't mean I'm gonna abuse them, but much easier to find one of those to stir with. Next I have is shelving primer and shelves. Hold on to your seat, everybody, while I turn this around. So this is going to be my shelves into the yarn room. I can't wait. They are actually, hold on everybody, I'm turning you. I had them outdoors today because they are a little bit freshly cut, like they're still drying out. And these are pine boards, knotty pine. My neighbor thought I was going to verifane them, and I never thought, but I got that sealing primer. Like I could probably do the outside wall of the shelf, perhaps paint it white and do the trim of the shelves in white, and then perhaps verifane the shelves themselves. But I don't think I can wait that long. I think as soon as they're dried, I'm just going to prime them and paint them and get them together. By the way, I'm a handy woman. I'll be tinkering on this myself. But yeah, they're taller than I am. I can't wait. Now my neighbor, she helped me go pick them up at Kent's Building Supply. And this is all I dared take today because we used her car and I didn't want it to be hard on her shocks. But this is enough to make one shelf. And I do want two, but if I make this one long enough, it may be okay. Maybe later I'll do the second one. But if I make it 6 foot wide, it might be just long enough for this year until fall. But yeah, I'll have a place to put all my yarn. In a nice bright room. I could turn this into my little studio / yarn room because it is bright in here. Just right now I cannot get at my desk. I cannot sit there. And the top of my desk as well is black glass. So I need a white mat to put on it so that you can see the work that I'm doing. But I just thought I'd show you a new update for the making of my yarn room. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please subscribe, and if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. And watch from the beginning to the end because it counts for me. Okay, thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.